Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro. If you guys quit lying and spinning narratives on Gervonta Davis, bro, I won't have to come back and tell the truth about it to correct you. There'd be nothing to be mad about, nothing to be in your feelings about, man. Smash a like, sub to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and videos that we do. And if you like to debate, my email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get it cracking and get into our video, though. So, I'm seeing a lot of OKO is a Tank fanboy. OKO always defending Tank. Here's the thing, bro. I'm a diehard Gervonta Tank Davis fan, a diehard Abdullah Mason fan, a diehard David Benavidez fan, a diehard Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez fan, a diehard Jerron Boots Ennis fan, a diehard Virgil Ortiz fan. I got a lot of fighters that I rock with, bro. A lot. However, the reason that I'm always having to make videos talking about the truth regarding Tank Davis is because you got a lot of people that's out here lying on him, bro. If you quit lying, then I won't have to come back and tell the truth. It's that simple, bro. He gets lied on and hated on more than all those other fighters. That's all it is, bro. But get out here and cap about Abdullah Mason like Floyd Schofield did. What you gonna get? You gonna get me telling the truth. You gonna get me telling the truth. Get out here capping on David Benavidez like Canelo fans like to do. You gonna get me telling the truth. Y'all just do it more with Tank because he moved the needle, because he's the face of boxing, because he's a superstar that invites a lot of views to YouTube channels, gets a lot of impressions if you send out a tweet about him, all of that, bro. That's why y'all do it. But this ain't about no fanboy, cheerleader, none of that. This about the truth, bro. And the truth of the matter is, if you saying that man deserved to be stripped of his title right now, as it currently stands, you cap. And you a hypocrite. And you full of it, bro. That it just is what it is. You ain't got to be mad at me because that's just the truth. At the end of the day, nobody knows what's about to happen. This young man could go see this judge and she could give him the full extent of the charges and he could have to go to court. He could also go see this judge tomorrow and they could say, oh, it ain't enough evidence, and the prosecution can drop the case because his BM can recant, or she cannot have enough evidence, or he can present his own evidence showing that she was lying on him, or whatever. The fact of the matter is, nothing deserves to happen to that young man until we know what the outcome of these cases are. Because the outcome of this case in Florida is going to dictate how his judge in Baltimore acts. If these charges get dropped or they get dismissed or he found not guilty, then I'm sure the judge in Baltimore will have no choice but to be lenient with him, because you can't go at him or give him more probation or give him more years for something that he was found not guilty of, or something that got dropped, or something that he didn't do. So the prudent thing to do, the wise thing to do, is for everybody to sit back and see what happened tomorrow. Do they give him a court date? When is the court date? Do they lessen the charges? Do they increase the charges? Is there new evidence brought forth by his team? And then you can say stuff like, oh, I think he should be stripped. Why do you think he should be stripped? Oh, because he ain't going to fight no time soon, and they didn't set his court date until September 2026. Then the shit might make sense, bro. Then it might make sense. Oh, he went in there and he pled guilty. And so now they gave him 6 months in jail, and then when he get out of there, he got to go back to Baltimore and see what they talking about. They're going to violate him when he get out. Now you can be like, okay, yeah, he might need to strip him. But to call for that right now preemptively before you know what's going on, you're a hater, bro, and you're a hypocrite. Because right now, as it currently stands, his opt for this rematch that he's supposed to be fighting, if boxing has its way, if Tank fans have their way and everything goes in his favor. And this rematch, he's supposed to be fighting with Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach has the belt, the WBA belt, at 130 pounds. He has no plans coming back to 130 pounds. He just fought in a completely different weight class. And every call out he's made and every move that he's made since then has been with 135, 140, and 147 in mind. At least publicly, that's what he's saying. So with that being said, why ain't nobody calling for Lamont Roach to lose his 130-pound WBA title right now? Because we're all but certain his ass ain't going back to 130. Ain't no big fights down here. You think he want to go to 130 with the momentum he got right now because of Tank Davis and fight O'Shaquie Foster, Sugar Nunez, Ray Ford? That's going to be the bag. The Ray Ford bag, you going back down to 130 for the Ray Ford bag, bro? And he's publicly telling you, I want the Devin Haney-Brian Norman winner. I want Team Alifu after I beat Tank. Tank rematch. I want to fight Shakur. He's calling out a bunch of fighters that don't fight at 130. So why should he have his belt at 130 if you really want to be technical? Now, I don't think he should be stripped. I'm just saying, if there's anybody out there, there's a lot of fighters with a better case to be stripped than Gervonta Davis. Terrence Crawford will be another one, right? Has he dropped his WBA belt yet? I know he dropped his WBO interim. I know that happened, but he's still the WBA champion at 154 pounds with a whole fight scheduled in a weight class, 2 weight classes above where he got a belt at. And he ain't fought in over a year over there. Matter of fact, it ain't been over a year yet. He fought Madrimov in August, so it's been 11 months since he fought. And you know his next fight is going to be at 168 pounds, a whole nother weight class. He holding up the 154 pound division right now, bro. Right now. Can't get mad at people for pointing the light on your bullshit, man. At the end of the day, what I said remains true. The young man ain't fought since March. It's only been 4 months. We don't know how this case gonna turn out. They could do something, make him pay a fine, get off, make it a no contest, make it a not guilty, whatever. They could do all of that and he could be able to fight in the next few months. He go see the Baltimore judge and she can say, you know what, since they recanted or since they threw you out, threw out your case, then sure. You know, your probation's still good as stands. And he could be right where he needs to be, able to fight, able to do everything. You just don't know yet. You gotta let it play out first. If it goes the other way, then some of y'all will have a point. But right now, y'all just sound like some hypocritical ass haters, bro, when it comes to this situation. And that's okay. That's okay. The truth ain't gonna kill you, bro. Ain't gonna kill you, man. So yeah, stop lying on that young man. Y'all stay lying on that young man. You lied about rematch clauses. Lied about Muhammad Ali X, bro. Lied about fake ass offers for $20 million that never existed. Y'all just lie. And when somebody come and check you on the lie, you get mad. Ain't nobody make y'all get in front of y'all cameras and start saying, oh, the Tank Davis, Lamont Roach tickets, they not moving, they not selling. Then when you get proven wrong and he break his own record in the same goddamn arena and sells more tickets than Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia did in that same venue, outsold everybody but the Rolling Stones, I believe. Rolling Stones is the only people to do a bigger live gate than what Tank and Roach did in the Barclays Center. But yeah, some of y'all was saying the shit wasn't selling at all. Now, am I a cheerleader and a fanboy for pointing the fact out that you were wrong and you were lying? Does that make me a cheerleader or does that make you a hater? When you tell me stuff like George Kambosos has a rematch clause for the belts and not a rematch clause for Devin Haney, right? And then you base that on the fact, on a false fact that, well, Tank can send Devin Haney an offer and George Kambosos can't keep Devin from taking it if it's a better offer than what George Kambosos has for Devin because of the Muhammad Ali Act. And then we go read the Muhammad Ali Act line by line by line by line and none of that shit is in there. Does that make me a cheerleader or a fanboy, or does that make y'all some hating ass people? Like, which one we doing, bro? Which one is it? I just want to know. Or is it when y'all say Tank Davis hasn't signed his portion to Lamont Roach and Lamont Roach is moving on? And I point out the fact that that makes no sense, because why would PBC have everything done with Lamont Roach and not take care of their own fighter first when they are the A-side promotional company with the A-side fighter? When I point out how that shit don't make no sense, does that make me a cheerleader, or does that make you just an idiot and a hater, bro? Like, what we doing? Y'all gotta do better, bro. Y'all gotta show more integrity. You gotta use your brain a little bit more. And if anybody has a problem with anything I've said in this video or any previous video, I've told y'all already. The email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com if you want to set up a debate. If I have time and you got enough motion on your channel and your channel is big enough and you call me out, y'all know I'll hit the link. I done did it 100 times and cooked all of you. So just let me know what we doing, y'all. Please and thank you. Appreciate y'all watching this video. I'll be live tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If anybody want to have a conversation about any of this stuff or anything else, y'all smash a like, sub to the channel. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace! Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.